Hello guys, and welcome back to the extended Pentagon challenge. We are back with episode 36, and you'll note that in the last episode we left Ulsan Hyundai after a very successful spell where we won 3 league titles, 3 FA Cups and 1 Champions League, inclusive of 2, and also getting 2 other runners-up medals in that Champions League. So hugely successful time, and we've kind of landed on our feet, so to speak, because Guangzhou were looking for a new manager, and well, we took on the job. So we're now manager of Guangzhou Evergrande. It's probably only been maybe about I'd say more at most. It can only have been maybe a month, maybe 2 months, something like that. That actually we that's passed in the game. We've got with Guangzhou Evergrande, huge budget. I mean, we're 500k under our wage budget. We're 31 million pounds to spend, so a lot of money. Obviously the problem really is obviously there's still a lot of rules attached to players you can get in. So really, we're kind of a little bit stuck. I'm just about to get rid of Federico Gino. He's a good player, but I think I can do better, and in defensive midfield, I think I can have a few Chinese players. We've got a very good Chinese defensive midfielder. Where is he? Gu Mingqing. This guy's a 5, or he was a 5-star rated. He's 4.5-star rated. Top quality player, actually. This guy. He's only 20, and he's probably one of the better players in the whole league. So I don't think I need Federico Gino. I'm also trying to get rid of Minglietti. I mean, he's a decent player. Decent, I would add, not brilliant, but he's on huge wages, so it's been very difficult to actually get anyone to make a bid for him. So the idea is these 2 guys will drop. Damian Paz will stay as our foreigner, so to speak. I think from memory we're allowed basically five foreigners in the squad. Only 4 can play, and only 3 foreigners can play. So you're allowed basically one Asian player as well. So I might be looking around for maybe a Japanese superstar. I've already started looking whether we could get some of the Hyundai players that we had, and that's not going to be a possibility really for us, unfortunately. Anyway, we did play 1 game with South Korea, and we lost to the UAE. That finished 2-1. Really disappointing. Park Yun-suk gave us the lead, but then Ahmed Saeed and Saeed Ibrahim gave them the win, which basically meant the group, well, it wasn't looking too great. I mean, basically the crux of it was Uzbekistan also messed up against Turkmenistan at home, and ended up in a draw. 0-0 draw. So the equation is simple. A draw will be enough to get us through. A loss means we're out. A win obviously means we're through as well. But so it's been so disappointing with South Korea. I think we've got the East Asian Cup coming up in 47 days. We won that last time, so it'd be interesting to see if we can obviously win it again. But I don't hold out much hope because at the moment we're just not playing very well. And then obviously the AFC Cup is in about 2 years from now, I believe, or a year's time or so, something like that. Going back to Guangzhou are actually champions. They won the league by 1 point from Henan Construction. Obviously they have been pretty dominant in recent years, as you can see, since the start of the game, which was about 2014. They've won it 5 times. Shandong Luneng have won it 5 times, and Guizhou Rene have won it once. So I guess it will be. I think it'll be an interesting season, or interesting with Guangzhou. The goal is not to stay really much longer than 2 years, simply because I mean, we've won the Asian Champions League. We could have won it 3 times. I just really want to get China complete as quickly as possible now, and get another Asian country out of the way. I mean, I think what's going to start happening is obviously Andres Salazar is unlikely to go to countries like Singapore or or Malaysia now, just simply because his profile is so much higher than those leagues, and I think it would be a backward step. The goal is still to win every league, but remember, we're going to do this. We're going to do it organically, so to speak. Andres Salazar. The idea is not necessarily that Andres Salazar will win all the leagues, but that him and maybe his son and maybe his grandson might win them at some point during obviously the lifetime of the safe. So the idea is to win them all, but it may not be all with the same manager, so to speak. I want to set a dynasty of Salazars up forever as the leading management family in the world. We've got our first game up for Guangzhou. It's against the CSL All Stars. This is the basically a team of all the best players in the division who are not from Guangzhou Evergrande, the league winners. And obviously now we're still applying the same tactic. Gino's in the middle there at DM, which probably means that I do need to. What about this guy, Kui Kun Chun? Let's play him. I'd rather play him. I don't want to play someone out of position. So let's play him there. And we've got a strike. We're working on the strike force. I've already actually, before we just quickly go through this, I've done my. Just go to transfers. Actually, I've done. Where is it? Right, let's go to transfers. I've done a few changes, obviously, not in the history, but in the transfer centre, and we've got coming in already agreed is this guy Thomas Jensen. He joins on the 1st of Jan. He's a Danish striker. Again, looks pretty good stats. Got good flair as well, which should be interesting. So I think he's going to be a good acquisition for us. I think he'll add a little bit of bite at the top of the pitch. He's 5-star rated, already a 4-star player, so he should score plenty of goals. We've got this guy's apparently already coming in, who's a Hong Kong player. He's so he can. That's not a problem. Hong Kong's treated as a region of China. He doesn't count as a foreigner. So I think that's, he looks pretty decent actually. He looks all right. He's certainly got a lot of goals for Hong Kong. Probably one of their better players. So I'm not too disappointed with that signing. I'm trying to think what he's coming in for. Can't really see. Does it say the transfers? Nothing. So he's coming for 0. So that's fine. And I've got this guy Zhai Meng with the subject of central midfielders and problems in that position potentially going forward. He's in Dalian Urbin's reserves, but the guy looks pretty good. He'd be a star player. He can improve still to a 4-star player. For Chinese player, he looks pretty decent. I think he'll definitely add depth in that position. So those are the transfers. If we go to transfer history and we look at the not all transfers but just staff. So I got rid of these guys. For me, they weren't really good enough. So this always takes ages when it's accessing staff. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just access it via this. So Massimiliano Madaloni, he's going. Li Ji Yu's going. Pang Li again, and Sergio Romano, our assistant manager. I don't like assistant manager with low motivation. Just really doesn't work for me. So he's going as well. So I brought in basically all these guys. So Hao Jumin, he looks like a very good coach to come in. Good defending, good mental. No, in fact, he already at the club, but he's very good actually as a coach. Brought in Mark Schwarzer. You remember him as the Australian goalkeeper. I think spent quite a lot of time at Fulham. Well, he comes in a coaching role, and Gert Karl Lok comes in. He's from Hong Kong. He'll do all right. Han Peng, Uche Ukafore as a goalkeeping coach, just to improve our goalkeeping side. Josiah Madabuchi, also of Nigeria, will come in, using my connections as a ex-Nigeria manager here to get a few guys in. He looks very good in terms of his statistics. And then Ben Halloran, who he was actually he's played 33 times for Australia, was still playing, and basically this is his kind of the end of his career. So he was at Guizhou before, and he obviously won Foreign Player of the Year not that long ago. In fact, last season. So pretty interesting that he's hung up his boots and he's come straight over to us to be the assistant manager for myself. So so that's what I wanted to show you. Let's move on to the match, and hopefully we can beat this All Stars team. We are the best team in the country, so it should be possible. I didn't actually see that there. Did that say that? Yeah, we're well favourites anyway. So interesting that. I don't know if we are actually favourites by that much, because I'd imagine they have some quite good players. But we'll go control to start with. Obviously the guys aren't used to the tactic yet, so we'll have to bear that in mind. But let's go ahead to the match. And CSL All Stars kick off. Not too bothered about this game. I think it's actually, technically you get a trophy. But I'm not at all bothered about this game. This is more just fact finding in many ways. Yang Jian through Li Jianglin. Oh, good shot and a great save from Hang Rongjae there. As almost open up the scoring in Andres Salazar's first game as manager of Guangzhou Evergrande. Wu Lei with the corner, and it comes out to Gu Mingsu, who plays it into Yon Shun, and he's hit it over the bar, and that won't be troubling the keeper. So a good start by Guangzhou here, getting used to new tactics, getting used to the new management really. And Gu Mingsu out to Kui Xiongshun, and it's Xu Feng and Jiang Lin. Oh, and it's gone in, and I think it's come off Greco. Hang Rongjae got there, but the guy on the line didn't really react, and he's palmed the ball into his chest, and Guangzhou lead through an own goal. And it's been a pretty dominant performance so far from Guangzhou. It'd be really interesting, because we're obviously in the Champions League for this coming season. It'd be really interesting to see how well we can do in this in the Champions League, because obviously with Ulsan, I think we had a much better team. And you'll remember we got Ulsan, as manager of Ulsan, I got Guangzhou Evergrande, I think, in the last group. So, and they didn't get through it. So, and Jianling, it's 2, and a lovely goal there as Guangzhou make it 2-0. And a very nice goal there. The fans jubilant. So 2-0 up. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how well we do in that competition, because it'd be very. I'd love to get to a 4th Champions League final in a row, but this time with obviously a different club. But yeah, I think it's a 2-year plan. If we win the league first year, then I think I might stay for one more season just to see if we can win obviously the Asian Champions League. Oh, it's free. It's Hang Zhufeng. And it's turning into a bit of a farce here. The All Stars not really performing at the moment. But yeah, so here we go. Lin Lijia to Paz, Qingshun, Mingshu, Xing Yu, looking for a pass. Finds Wu Lei. Wu Lei finds Lin Lijia out wide. Ball comes in, and well dealt with there. Wu Lei trying to get it away, but it falls to Greco. Miranda can break now. But he's lost out, and Yang Jian can put in Li Jianglin. Jianglin puts in Xu Feng. Xu Feng hits a post, but it comes back to him fortuitously, and it's 4-0 in the first half here, as Guangzhou are putting on a show in their manager's first game in charge, and Melgar counter I think is now the way we want to go. This game is all but over. It's been a pretty resounding start here from Guangzhou, and no changes to be made. We're just doing a good job here. And it's Gao Xingyu to Liar now. Liar to Li Jianglin. Jianglin. Oh, finds Qin Yongshun there. Could have been the 5th. And All Stars at 6s and 7s at the back. And that's going to be cleared at about as far as he can kick it, really. And Greco looking to get CSL All Stars going. But what a terrible ball that was. And Wu Lei now. And Xu Feng. And it's Jian. And Jian makes it 5-0. What an absolute aberration, the defending that's going on here at CSL All Stars. Haven't got the midfield going. The defence has been poor as well. And it's an embarrassment, really. 5-0. The league champions showing why they are league champions here in a very good performance. And Zhu Feng now, and Jiang Lin, and they're breaking again, and Jian could be in again, and he is. It's 6-0. Jian breaking on CSL All Stars. They're looking for a way to come back in this game. They've been caught on the break now twice, and it's looking like it's all but over here. Yongshun, Zhu Feng into Jiang Lin. Oh, poor pass back, but Zhongshun's done well to get that back actually. And Wu Lei out wide to Paz. Paz looking to beat his man. Crosses in early. Comes to Zhu Feng. It's 7. This is amazing. 7-0 against what is an all-star side. Wow, this is a different class at the moment. 7-0 to Guangzhou. This is absolute embarrassment. Gao Jingju now at the back. Li Ya. Guangzhou putting the CSL All Stars to shame here. Zhu Feng looks for the pass. Wu Lei. No, that's going to be back to Li Jia, but he's got so much space. He can pick a pass or run, and he's going to take a little run with it. Jian inside. Jian Lin inside to Zhu Feng. Oh, Zhu Feng puts wide. Could have been the 8th there. Should have been the 8th. And look at the stats. 24 shots, 14 on target, 9 clear-cut chances, 8 half chances. And a CSL All-Stars yet to create really a chance. Li Shu, Yushang Jie, Lu Ji, Shu to Jie. Jie crosses. Oh, bit of a mistake there. Has allowed him in. Zhang Jie is going to get one back for CSL All-Stars as they get on the board. A mistake in the defence there, allowing the All-Stars to break in, and it was Zhang Jie in the end who put that in the back of the net. Time for some changes here. I think we'll see what Minglietti can do. Let's give him an opportunity in the midfield. And Bin, how good are you? Not brilliant, but he's got some pace. Let's bring him on for Jian. And yeah, so 7-1 in this game. I'm sure the board will be happy with this start for Salazar as an absolute tonking of the All-Stars here. And Wexley with one final chance puts that too far. 7-1, it ends. Guangzhou with an absolute imperious win. And wow, that was a pretty phenomenal response there. Well, no surprise that Guangzhou won in game in comfortable fashion. I'm surprised that the prediction is so damning on the CSL All Stars. I mean, this fixture is played every year, isn't it? So I'm surprised that I'm sure it hasn't been this bad. Can we go back in time? I'd just like to see. Yeah, let's go back in time. So they won last year. They then lost 3-0 to Guangzhou. It was 3-0 2 years in a row. They beat Shandong. They then beat Evergrande. Wow. So I mean, realistically, that's a completely different type of result, really. So that's a treble, apparently. We lift the CSL All-Star Trophy. So not really sure what that means. I mean, does that go on my profile? Achievements. It does. It goes on. That's our first trophy. The All-Star game. Surely that doesn't go in the Hall of Fame. That'd be a bit weird if it did. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not a Hall of Fame. It doesn't give you any points, but it's another trophy, I guess, that we've won. Our first game at Guangzhou, we've already won a trophy. So pretty amazing stuff. Yeah. So a really, really big result there. Tonking of CSL All Stars, and yeah. Well, anyway, guys, that was episode 36. We're now in China with Guangzhou Evergrande. We're still with South Korea, hoping to somehow qualify. I'll try and obviously bring you. I might bring you an update of the EAFF Cup. Although, you know, it's a really minor cup. I'm not really that bothered about it. We've already won it once. But if obviously we do get to the AFC, if we do get to the AFC, what's it called? AFC Cup for Nations, that would be. Then I will bring you the same as we did for the African Cup of Nations. I will be bringing you that as a tournament episode, and it'll be a little bit longer. Probably not as long as the Nigeria one because I can't see us winning it. But I'll bring you that sometime in the near future. Anyway, with Guangzhou, next episode I think I'll obviously bring you sometime around the middle of the season. I think in the CSL, I don't know what the rules are. Does it split? Yeah, no, it's 30 games, so it's a standard trophy, really, where you play 30 games and that's that. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was episode 36, and catch me in the next one for episode 37, which will, I'm sure, be live from China. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to leave a like or a subscribe or comment. And thanks for watching, and goodbye.